The City of Omaha named a new interim director of the Parks and Rec Department. Jacqueline Morrison joined the mayor's office in 2022. Earlier this year, she was promoted Director of Transformation and Strategic Partnerships. She will continue to serve in that role and as interim Parks Director for now. Morrison is taking over for Jake Lindner. He served as interim Parks Director for nearly a year.
Morrison is now the second interim director in a row to lead Omaha Parks. City's tried to hire a permanent Parks Director since last July. Earlier this year, Omaha City Council approved $50,000 in spending to hire a recruiter to help fill that position. Mayor's office tells us that the recruiters found a priority candidate the city hoped to hire, but that candidate could not take the job for personal reasons. The city has upped the pay range for the position between $180,000 and $200,000. Officials hope that a permanent hire could be locked up in 2 to 3 months.